Welcome back to another episode that could redefine your outdoor experience. Today, we're diving into a topic that could make or break your wilderness adventures, the ultimate bushcraft gear list. But here's the twist. Instead of the usual rundown of tools and gadgets, we're going to approach this from a different perspective. We're focusing not just on the essentials, but also on clever hacks, ingenious tricks, and unconventional uses for your gear. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a completely new mindset on what it means to be truly prepared in the wild. So buckle up, because we're about to transform the way you think about your bushcraft kit, the foundation of bushcraft gear. All right, let's start with the core of any successful bushcraft adventure, your gear. Think of this as the foundation, the building blocks that keep you safe, comfortable, and capable in the wilderness. Every bushcrafter worth their salt knows that having the right tools is just the beginning. Knowing how to maximize their use is what sets the pros apart. So, let's go over the basics, the must-haves, the bread and butter of survival. 1. Multi-tool. A good multi-tool is more than just a luxury, it's a necessity. Look for options like the Gerber Suspension in XT or the Leatherman Wave Plus, both available on Amazon. These tools are packed with essentials like pliers, knives, screwdrivers, wire cutters, and even bottle openers. It's your portable toolbox, and it's compact enough to fit in your pocket or attach to your belt. You'll be surprised how often you reach for this in a variety of situations, from cutting rope to opening canned food to fixing gear on the fly. 2. Fixed blade knife. A knife is the cornerstone of any bushcraft kit, and the Morinif Companion is a classic choice for a reason. Known for its durability, sharpness, and ergonomic handle, this knife is versatile enough for multiple tasks, from chopping wood to carving traps, from preparing food to self-defense. It's lightweight, yet sturdy, and its stainless steel blade holds up well against corrosion, making it perfect for both wet and dry environments. Remember, a good knife is not just a tool, but an extension of your hand in the wilderness. 3. Fire starter. When it comes to fire, don't put all your faith in matches or lighters. A ferrocerium rod, like the Light My Fire Swedish Fire Steel, is a game changer. It's compact, reliable, and works in all weather conditions. Whether you're dealing with rain, wind, or snow, a few strikes of this rod, and you've got sparks hot enough to ignite a fire. And here's a pro tip. Practice makes perfect. Spend time practicing with your fire starter in various conditions, so when it matters most, you're not struggling to get a flame. 4. First aid kit. Safety first, always. A compact first aid kit, such as the Adventure Medical Kits Mountain Series, can make a world of difference in an emergency. It should contain basics like adhesive bandages, antiseptic wipes, gauze, tweezers, and medical tape. But don't stop there. Consider adding a few extra items, like burn cream, a whistle, and an emergency blanket. These additions could be life-saving when you're miles away from professional medical help. Quick tip before we dive back in. If you're looking to level up your survival kit, check out the link in the description and pinned comment below. I've put together an exclusive selection of gear that I personally recommend for every bushcraft enthusiast, whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro. Click now to take a look. And now, back to the video. 5. Water filter. Clean drinking water is crucial, and that's where a tool like the LifeStraw Personal Water Filter comes in. This small, lightweight device can filter up to 1,000 gallons of water, removing 99.9999% of waterborne bacteria and parasites. It's easy to use, just sip directly from any water source, and it requires no batteries or moving parts. Keep one in your kit, one in your vehicle, and another in your day pack. After all, you never know when you might need it. Hacks and unconventional uses. Alright, now that we've covered the essentials, let's kick things up a notch with some clever hacks and unconventional uses for your gear. This is where the magic happens, where a single tool can serve multiple purposes, and where creativity can mean the difference between comfort and discomfort, or even life and death. Multi-tool hacks. Your multi-tool is more versatile than you think. Beyond its primary functions, did you know you can use it as a hammer? If you ever find yourself without one, use the back of the pliers to drive intense stakes, crack nuts, or crush ice. The Leatherman Wave Plus, with its robust plier head, can handle this task exceptionally well. You can also use the knife blade to scrape fish scales, the screwdriver to open paint cans, or the wire cutter to trim fishing line. Each piece of your multi-tool has the potential for multiple uses. Don't limit your thinking. Knife tricks. Your fixed blade knife is not just for cutting. It can be used as a makeshift shovel for digging small holes, a scraper to remove ice from gear, or even a cooking tool in a pinch. You can use the back of the blade to strike a ferrocerium rod to start a fire, use it to create tinder shavings, or craft a spear by lashing it to a long stick. Always keep it sharp. A dull knife is far more dangerous than a sharp one because it requires more force to use, increasing the risk of injury. Fire starter adaptations. Your fire starter, like the ferrocerium rod, has more applications than you might think. It can light gas stoves, oil lanterns, and even emergency candles. In a dire situation, you can even use it to create a distress signal by igniting damp leaves or moss to create a plume of smoke. Also, consider carrying some cotton balls coated in petroleum jelly. These make excellent tinder and ignite easily with sparks from your rod, ensuring you always have a reliable way to start a fire. First aid kit enhancements. Think outside the box with your first aid kit. Superglue, for instance, can be used to close minor cuts when you're far from medical assistance. A small magnifying glass can help remove splinters or even start a fire in a pinch. Carry a few strips of duct tape, useful for bandaging, repairing gear, or even making a sling. A mini sewing kit can come in handy to stitch up tears in clothing or fabric shelters. Water filter enhancements. While the Life Straw is a solid option for drinking water, it doesn't remove large debris. Enhance its effectiveness by wrapping a piece of cloth around the intake before using it. This pre-filter catches larger particles, protecting the internal filter and extending its lifespan. You can also use the Life Straw as part of a gravity-fed filtration system by attaching it to a bag of water and hanging it up, letting gravity do the work for you. Now, let's explore some bonus gear that you might not immediately think of, but could be incredibly useful in unexpected ways. Portable solar charger. In this digital age, staying connected can be crucial, even in the wild. The Anchor PowerPort Solar Light is a lightweight, foldable solar charger that fits easily in your pack and provides a reliable way to charge devices. Keep your GPS, phone, or headlamp charged up, and make sure you always have access to emergency contacts or mapping tools. Compact binoculars. Don't underestimate the value of a good pair of binoculars like the Bushnell H20 waterproof binoculars. These compact binoculars are perfect for spotting distant landmarks, wildlife, or potential hazards. They also serve as a valuable tool for hunters or anyone needing to scout ahead and plan their next move with greater visibility and precision. Emergency shelter. A lightweight emergency bivy bag, such as the Swiss Safe Emergency Mylar Thermal Space Blanket, is not only an essential item for survival situations, but also serves multiple purposes. You can use it as a ground cover, an improvised rain jacket, a signal for rescue, its reflective material is highly visible, or even to collect rainwater. Its compact size makes it easy to carry, but its utility is immense. Survival whistle. A whistle like the Fox 40 Classic might seem basic, but it's one of the most effective tools for signaling for help. Its piercing sound can be heard over long distances, even in dense forests or during a storm. Attach it to your backpack or wear it around your neck. It could be your lifeline when you need to alert others to your location. Compact fishing kit. The Tenkara USA fishing kit is a minimalist dream. Lightweight and easy to pack, this kit allows you to fish in small streams and rivers without the need for a full fishing rod and tackle. It's perfect for supplementing your diet with fresh fish while bushcrafting, offering both a practical food source and an engaging pastime. Let's dive even deeper into advanced techniques and bushcraft tips that will take your outdoor skills to the next level. These strategies are about optimizing your existing gear and leveraging nature to your advantage. Improvise signal mirrors. While carrying a dedicated signal mirror is always a good idea, you can improvise if necessary. Use the reflective surface of your knife blade, a compact mirror from your first aid kit, or even the screen of an old phone. Flash the sunlight towards rescue aircraft or distant search parties. Mastering the art of signaling can save your life in a survival situation. Let's go deeper into how you can maximize the value of your multi-tool. Most people think of multi-tools as just backup gear, but in reality, they can become the centerpiece of your bushcraft strategy. Consider the pliers function. While we've already mentioned using them as a makeshift hammer, They are also incredibly useful for handling hot items over a fire. Say you need to move a boiling pot or handle a hot metal object, the pliers can give you the grip and safety you need. And that's just the beginning. You can use the wire cutters to create snare traps from available wire or plant-based cordage, an essential survival tactic when you're trying to catch small game. Plus, the small blade on your multi-tool can work perfectly for carving intricate tools or preparing bait. Your multi-tool is like a portable toolbox, always there to improvise and adapt to whatever challenges the wilderness throws at you. A well-maintained knife can make the difference between success and failure in bushcrafting. But maintaining your knife isn't just about sharpening. Consider the handle material. Wood, for instance, can swell when wet, so treating it with oil or wax will keep it in top condition. Meanwhile, did you know you can also use your knife's flat edge as a signaling mirror in sunny conditions? The glint of sunlight reflecting off your blade can be seen from miles away, a crucial tool if you're ever in need of rescue. Additionally, you can use your knife as a fire striker with a ferro rod, creating a spark when you need to start a fire. Just make sure to use the spine of the knife and not the blade edge to avoid dulling it. Your knife is not just a cutting tool. It's a versatile asset that, when cared for properly, becomes an extension of your own hand. Fire is life in the wilderness, and knowing multiple ways to start one is key to mastering bushcraft. Let's delve deeper into some fire-starting hacks that go beyond just the ferrocerium rod. Did you know you can use a pencil and a battery to start a fire? Sharpen both ends of a pencil to expose the graphite, connect it between the positive and negative terminals of a battery, and watch as the pencil ignites due to the high current flow. This method works especially well in damp conditions where traditional methods might fail. Also, consider creating a tinder bundle out of cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly. They're lightweight, easy to store, and will ignite quickly with just a spark. Finally, remember that even your chapstick or lip balm can be used as a fire extender. Rub it on cotton or cloth to create a longer-lasting flame. Fire mastery isn't just about one method. It's about knowing all your options and using what's available to keep that essential flame alive. Your first aid kit should go beyond the basics. Think of it as a mini hospital that fits in your pack. Start by adding items like tweezers and a small mirror, essential for removing splinters or treating small cuts. Also, consider packing a small sewing kit, not just for repairing gear but also in case of deeper cuts that might require makeshift sutures. Duct tape is another must-have addition to your kit. It's perfect for creating splints or stabilizing injuries when you need to get back to base camp safely. Don't forget to include an antihistamine in case of unexpected allergic reactions, especially in new environments with unfamiliar flora and fauna. Finally, learn to identify medicinal plants in the area you're exploring. Knowing how to use these plants for wound care or illness treatment could provide a natural extension to your first aid arsenal. Preparing your first aid kit with these enhancements ensures you are ready for almost any situation. Water is perhaps the most crucial element for survival, and having a dependable filtration system is just the first step. Understand that your life straw or other portable filters will not remove chemical contaminants, so knowing how to purify water using methods like boiling, chemical treatments, or even solar stills can be life-saving. Create a solar still by digging a hole, placing a container at the bottom, and covering it with plastic, weighing the center down with a rock. The condensation will collect clean water into your container. You should also consider carrying iodine tablets or chlorine dioxide drops as backups. And here's another trick. Carry a small, collapsible bucket to gather rainwater, which is generally cleaner than river or pond water. By knowing multiple ways to purify water, you can stay hydrated in diverse environments and under varying conditions. Let's dive into some advanced gear options that cater to extreme conditions. If you're venturing into particularly cold environments, consider adding a thermal flask to your gear list. A high-quality thermos can keep water from freezing or food warm, providing not just comfort but also a critical survival advantage. For those tackling wet or humid environments, invest in waterproof bags or pouches for your essential items, like fire starters, food, and electronics. A compact survival radio, like the Kaito KA500, can also be invaluable for weather updates or emergency communications. And if you're planning an extended stay, think about bringing a folding saw. The Bako Laplander folding saw, for instance, makes it easy to gather and process wood for fires and shelter building. Advanced gear selections should be tailored to the specific challenges of your environment, ensuring you're ready for whatever nature throws your way. Bushcraft is an evolving art, and as you grow in your skills, so too should your understanding of your gear and its many uses. Remember, bushcrafting is not about having the most tools, but rather about understanding the full range of possibilities that each piece of equipment offers. From transforming your multi-tool into a snare setter, to using lip balm as a fire extender, to the advanced knowledge of water purification techniques, every piece of gear has the potential for multi-purpose use. The more you know, the less you need. So go out, practice these skills, and become more in tune with your environment. The wilderness is a classroom like no other, where every experience brings a new lesson and every challenge a new opportunity for mastery. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the links in the description for all the gear we've discussed. Stay wild, stay prepared, and remember, in the world of bushcraft, knowledge is your greatest tool.